Hey, good day everyone. Chris here from TD Motion. Behind me, I have a 5-speed T5 conversion kit. Let's talk about it. All right, so this is the T5 5-speed conversion kit. Very popular for the early Mustangs, 65 through 73. I think this customer is actually a 66 Mustang it's going into. They're converting it from, I think it's a 3-speed or 4-speed manual transmission. So you'll have everything that you need, and this will work very well in place of an automatic transmission too. So the T5, wouldn't knock it. The TKEX has been very popular as far as the high torque capacity and the higher RPMs, but the T5 fits very well, works in stock applications and little hotter vehicles, let's say up to 350 horsepower. It's been around for probably 25 years, 25 years, went into a ton of the Fox body Mustangs. So it fits into the tight tunnel space of these early Mustangs and early muscle cars. Let's just kind of run through a little bit more of the detail here. You can get the fluid that goes with it. You'll have the aluminum bell housing. This has the clutch ball, but in this case, it's not going to be needed because we're running with a hydraulic setup. This aluminum bell housing will mate up to most any 289, 302 Windsor setup. You'll have the pressure plate. See the fingers over here on the other side of it. The disc, this is a 10-spline disc. So that's the difference between the T5. It's a 10-spline, TKX 26-spline. Kevlar, very forgiving. Will handle a decent amount of horsepower. You have the flywheel here. This is a cast flywheel. And again, doesn't need to go with a billet steel flywheel. We're not dealing with a huge amount of torque here. Make sure you have the pins in place, which already is there. That's going to line the pressure plate properly, torque them down well. Then you have your master cylinder. You have the line, all the hardware, the little pressure kit to bleed it out properly, clutch lever, ball, flywheel bolts, pressure plate bolts, and then you'll have your bezel here, the boot, dust cover, the starter. This starter, I think it's really based upon like a 90 through 93 Fox body Mustang. That'll work with the 157 tooth flywheel. It's high torque enough where it's going to turn the engine over without any issues. I think I might have said about the yoke already. And then you have all the install hardware kit. Let's go over to the transmission itself. So you can see that it's a very narrow space here to fit into most transmission tunnels. You'll have your brake light here, neutral switch, and then the speedo itself. So whether it's mechanical or electronic, you can take this little donut piece off upon install. That's where the yokes can go in place. That's just there for shipping purposes to make sure no fluid leaves it. So in the front here, we just slipped on this internal slave, this tilt-in slave, and probably the most important part is that you adjust these or measure them properly from the get-go. So you'll need a dial caliper, straight edge. Make sure you're having the proper reach and air gap between this and your pressure plate itself. Here's on the other side where you have the fill for the transmission fluid. And there you have it, all available through tdmotion.com.